welcome to Jnana Learning. So here is a lecture on time domain to frequency domain transformation. So this topic is important while learning the digital signal processing and the subjects related to signals and systems. So why we have to transform from time domain to frequency domain, and what are the methods and what are the advantages of using the frequency domain? That is all we are going to discuss in this lecture. So first of all, we will see what is a time domain and what is a frequency domain. So in simple words, time domain, it refers to the analysis of mathematical functions or physical signals with respect to time. And frequency domain, it refers to the analysis or mathematical functions or signals with respect to frequency. So time domain is strictly respect to time, and frequency domain, it's based on the frequency. So in continuous time or discrete time, we have time domain signals, and if we want to transform that particular signal or into a frequency domain, there needs a transformation. So there comes a question, why we need the frequency domain. So that's we are going to discuss. So if you are watching my video for the first time, please do subscribe my channel Jnana Learning. You have got many interesting lectures in my YouTube channel. So here our main point is frequency domain. So the frequency domain representation of a signal is referred to as a signal spectrum. So we have two terms, that is signal spectrum and system spectrum. The signal spectrum, it describes a signal's magnitude and phase characteristics as a function of frequency. And when it comes to system spectrum, it describes how the system changes signal magnitude and phase as a function of frequency. So that is the signal spectrum and system spectrum. And there is a tool, that is to visualize the signals in frequency domain, and it is called as the spectrum analyzer. Okay, so that's the frequency domain and the spectrum. Now we need to know why we are that much concerned about the frequency domain. So here is the answer, that is the major advantages of using the frequency domain. First point is that it simplifies the mathematical analysis regarding the signal systems and all, and the signal processing and all. That is, it is easy to analyze the signals and signal networks. And regarding the system, this frequency domain representation or frequency domain based analysis, it helps in understanding the qualitative behavior of a particular system. And also the design of system and the adjustment of parameters, this all can be easily done using the frequency domain representation. Now the absolute and relative stabilities of system also can be easily determined using this frequency domain. So these are the reasons why we are much concerned about frequency domain than the time domain. So we need to know how we are going to transform a signal, a system from the time domain to frequency domain. So now we will see that transformation. So here comes the term transforms, that is a function or signal that can be converted between the time and frequency domain with a pair of mathematical operators, and it is called as transforms. An inverse transform, it converts the frequency domain function back to the time domain function. So we have got many types of transforms that we will discuss. So simply, that is a function or signal can be converted between time and frequency domain, and that it is done using some mathematical operators, and that is called as transforms. So we will see which are the types of transforms commonly used. So these are the transforms: Fourier series, Fourier transform, Laplace transform, Z transform and wavelet transform. So Fourier series is mainly used for the repetitive signals or periodic signals and oscillating systems. When it comes to non-repetitive signals or non-periodic signals, we use Fourier transform. And Laplace transform is mainly used for electronic circuits and control systems. And in digital signal processing and in case of discrete time signals, we use Z transform. And the wavelet transform is mainly for image analysis and data compression. So that's about the types of transform and the basic idea on transformation from time domain to frequency domain. So that's about the basic concept on the time domain to frequency domain transformation. So we will discuss each of the transform in detail in upcoming lectures. So please do subscribe this channel to get the updated lectures. Thank you. Thank you so much.